Okay, this is take number 2. First time I didn't have any audio, so I apologize. What I want to talk about today is my range bag, and I want to talk about the weapon that I chose, and I'm going to give you some basic explanation why. Um, the reason I chose the Glock 45 Gen 5 is because I went to get a Glock 19. Not a Glock 19, a Glock 17. I liked that full size look of the Glock 17. And what ended up happening is the guy that was at the shop says, "Hey, you don't want to do that. If you like the Glock 17 and you like the Glock 19X," my girlfriend's texting me now while I'm in the middle of this video. It just so he says you want the Glock 45 Gen 5, and he said basically what they do is they took the Glock 17, I think it was like the 19X, and they put them together. They removed the relief hole. I'll pull it up. Here's my range bag. I bought this range bag, and it's by a company called Bulldog. And I like the big heavy duty material. I like how thick the material is. I was going to get a Glock bag, but the Glock bag was really thin and it was really shiny, silky. And I was like, you know what? That's not me. I'm a rough and rugged kind of guy. I need something that I can rip and throw and tear apart and everything else, and it's going to hold up. And this was what I chose. It was $24.99. It's huge. It can fit several pistols in here, depending on how much stuff you want to take to the range with you. And I have to worry about 2 people because I want my girlfriend to learn how to shoot as well. I'm going to get her a pistol next. I want her to be able to protect herself. I don't want her to have to think about, how to do this, how to operate that. I want her to just know. So I took her with today. We put about 250 rounds through the Glock. It was absolutely fabulous. First, I'll show you the range bag, and then I will show you the actual. So here is my setup. This bag was $24.99. Each one of these mags, if you want to buy these magazines individually, they're about $33 to $38 a piece. I went to a really good big store today, and these are just some Full Metal Jacket, 115 grain, basic, cheap, $30 for 100. Yeah, it's $30 for 100 rounds. They're kind of high right now because of everything that's going on. And I've got 4 Glock 19 mags. If you notice, these are beveled. That's for quick magazine changes. It makes it easier. Got 4 of them. It's 17 in 1. And I like these because they indicate if they're full or not. And you can see I had her load these today because she needs practice loading them. And I had her load these while I was cleaning the pistol. Next time it'll be the opposite way. She'll clean the pistol and I'll load. And then I just got, you don't need a massive kit. I just got a basic 1-step CLP gun cleaner and lubricant. It cleans, lubricates, and protects all in 1 step. And this stuff is really good. I really like this. It's called Pro Shot Products 1-step CLP. And it worked very well cleaning the gun today and just kind of lubricating everything. I really like this. So that's my ammo side. My other side here, I keep all of my paperwork. I don't ever want to be caught without my paperwork. So my purchasing receipts for my ammo, my purchasing receipts for my gun, my initial purchase order for the Glock 45, and you can look at the basic breakdown here of what it cost me. I went to the military aisle and got it. It cost me $569 for it. They were saying that a regular civilian, to get this set up with the lock and cable kit, the cleaning kit, the 3 magazines, the red dot on it, it could be upwards of $675 to $750 depending on where you're going to get it from. But because I'm prior military, they hooked me up. So I keep all of my purchase stuff, my warranty stuff, everything goes in this side. I will end up getting some more mags for this side as well. I'll fill this up with some Glock mags also. The center of, I try to keep it nice and tidy the best that I can. Let's see if I can get this to sit back in here better, and then angle it down. So the center of my bag, I went out and got her some headphones. I know she's not going to be shooting as much as I did, so I just basically got her not headphones, but sound deadening ear protection. So these were like, I think they were like $14.99 for these. They just basically fold down. They're by a company called Walkers. They just basically fold down and they extend or they go back in. Same over here on this side. They either extend or they go back in. And then they fold back into their self and kind of. I got myself some actually nicer ones. These are sound deadening digital ones that amplify when people are talking to you, so you can have ear protection but still get people to talk to you through these kind of like microphone insert areas that it amplifies everything. You could turn this thing on and hook it up to the music in your phone if you want to, right here in this little port, and you can listen to the music on your phone. You can turn up the level of sound right here on the backside as high as you want or as low as you want. And these are really, really nice. I like these digital ear protection. This setup from Walker's really nice. It was $54.99 for it. I think I seen it at the range today at a different range for $49.99. I could have got probably just as good, or if not nicer ones at on Amazon or something like that, but I wanted to get these directly from the range. I keep the receipts for all that stuff in my bag. I got some iPro. I went out and bought a couple pair of iPro, just some regular ones, and then I got some with bifocals in case I have trouble reading one of the packages and I'm trying to figure out what it says. I also got a set of different grips that came with the Glock. They give you more of a dovetail that comes up on the back of it if you want to exchange the back side out, and they literally just snap in and snap out of here. I have a couple boxes of these Hornady critical defense rounds. This critical duty is your home protection stuff. This is not some range stuff. These are their actual hollow points with ballistic tips, or whatever, the plastic ballistic tips that blow apart when they make contact with something. So I got a couple boxes of these while I was out today. Not today, but the last time I was out, right after I purchased it. Critical duty Hornady self-defense 9mm rounds. I have a box of range ammo. There's about 125 in here, and then I have about 60 or 70 rounds in my magazines roughly. I bought a cleaning kit that goes from rifles to handguns. It can do pretty much everything. It's one of the more affordable, best bang for your buck kits right now. Comes with some oil, cleaning instructions. On the backside, when you open it up, it's got your rod tips. It's got your extension pieces and stuff on it where you can go to a bigger bore rod, a smaller bore rod. It's got your different fittings that screw into the end of your cable. Your cable, different size cables are sitting back here in the back of this. You have a thicker cable and a thinner cable depending on the bore, the caliber you're using. And then it kind of just, after you unfold that part, it tucks back into itself. It's a tight fit, but I like that because it means everything's going to stay nice and tight in the bag. Everything's going to stay nice and organized. And it's made of the same material that the bag is, which I like also. So this is one of the cleaning brushes that came with the kit originally. It actually is better than the one that came in the cleaning kit, the universal one I bought today. So this is what came with the Glock kit. I like it. It works better. There's this compartment inside here. You can put your stuff on one side. It comes with an extra sling if you want to carry it from the shoulder. I just leave it and carry it by hand. And then inside, there's your Glock, my Glock 45. And you see I have this orange cable through it. It's my actual safety for this thing to make sure nobody uses this. And then I take the keys for it and I put it in a small pouch that's off to the side. Let me go look on the table. I think I left it on the table. Yeah, I did. I just got done cleaning everything. So here's the keys for it. Oh, come on now. Basically, I grabbed the front of the gun right here on the Serrations. These Serrations are new. They didn't have these on the other Glocks. You might find it on like a Glock with a 22 caliber or something like that. But from the 17, 19, 19X on, they didn't have these. They added these to the Glock 45 to kind of upgrade it some. They put a double relief on each side here, so, or a lock, so you can actually pull the slide and stuff out of there. They flared the bottom. One of them had it, one of them didn't. I think the 19X didn't have the flare. So what I do is I grab the front here, push forward a little bit, and then I tuck my fingers under the bottom and I hold it, and then I pull my cable out. So like that. And then check it. It's clear. No rounds in there, no nothing. It's got some take up to it, and a lot of people don't understand what take up is. Take up is where you start to pull back before you actually start to feel the resistance. Now, I looked at some of the other guns. I used an XD3 today, and it had twice the amount of take up that this did, and I didn't really care for that. I like the fact that this is real right there. It gives me resistance, and your safety is in the middle of this. So you can't just, on the side of this, you can't just push this and it won't move. You actually have to physically push that centerpiece. You will have to want to be able to pull this. It's just real nice the way it feels. So basically, to drop the slide out of here, you would pull back just a little bit, pull down on these tabs, slide forward. You see what I did there is I pulled back too far and it clicked. It's actually ready for the trigger to pull. So you pull the trigger and it will release it, and then it will slide the rest of the way off. So the trigger needs to be pulled to get this off of here. So let's do that one more time so I can show you. There are these little slide pieces on the back that actually guide it. They guide the slide onto the weapon. So you go here. So if my trigger's pulled, I can go ahead and just pull back just a hair. Just takes a little bit. And it will slide right off without pulling the trigger. But if I do pull it too far back, it will set the trigger and then it won't come off. And you know you need to pull the trigger. So say I want to go unlock this and pull the slide off of here right now. I could start to unlock it. Oh, you see I went way too far. You see how much of that barrel is exposed? Now when I go to pull this, it's going to stop me. It's not going to want to come off. So I have to pull the trigger. Ah, there it went. It released it. And now it's letting it slide off the rest of the way. So I basically have the body of my weapon with my firing mechanism and stuff in here. I cleaned all this out today. What they did was, one of the things they changed was they actually made it easier to get the internals of this apart, to get the guts out of here so you can clean it. There's a pin here in the front, and then there's a pin in the back, and this whole assembly will slide right out of here. Then you have your double spring in the front. You have your marksman barrel, a little bit longer, nice. Like the way this finish and stuff is on this weapon. It's really nice. You have your firing pin mechanism and stuff back here. And it's super easy to clean this thing, put it back together. It all just basically drops right in. It's got ambidextrous set up, so you can go either left or right. Or you can go this side. It comes with the red dot sights. It's kind of got the glow in the dark deal with the two white and red. You can see where you're shooting. It has the beveled bottom for quick magazine changes. You can't really see it from that angle. Probably have to go more along the lines of, you can kind of see it right there. It's more beveled and deeper than some of the other ones, so the magazine can go right in and out quick, and it kind of guides it. So the whole purpose for this here, magazine in. So say you chamber a round. I got a round in the chamber right now. Okay, I don't like that. I would drop this mag out. I want to check and do a little peek, so I would peek back. Oh, I do have a round in there. I don't want it in there. Pop it out. Look down back inside your weapon. There's no round in there at all. It's clear. No problem. Take my round. Now, the reason I did that is so I can show you how to use the speed loader that comes with the kit as well. So now you have your Glock here. It's clear. Nothing in it. Your speed loader that comes with the kit, basically, you set it on top the way it forms. So, here. You set your speed loader on here, right? I'll do a couple. Let me pull a couple of these rounds out. So you can do it the old school way, and you can actually take your hand and, push it down, shove it in there and all that. The more you get to the end, the harder it is. So there's You can put 3 more rounds in there right now. The speed loader is the best way to do this, because what ends up happening is there's a plastic tab inside here that pushes down the ammo, and then you slide the round up to it, and then slide this up and push the round in the rest of the way. So I'm in, press it down, take my round, put it back in there to the stop, let it slide up, push it in there the rest of the way. My round's in, take the next one, slide it into the stop, let it up, push it in there the rest of the way. So that's how you go about doing this. Again, if you wanted to take it apart, you only have to drive the slide back on this thing about 1/8 of an inch. That's it. It just takes a little bit here. Press down on your tab. Comes right apart. So easy to clean. I mean, it's just easy to clean, easy to work with. It's just a great weapon. I mean, if you want to change out the back pieces, all you would have to do is pop the pin out back here, and then you can add your pieces to it. I've not even tried to do that yet, so yeah, so that would be there, that would be there. So there's the back, one of the back pieces inserted. That gives you a little bit more of a full hand grip on this back part. See how I just added all that extra room to the back of it here. So basically that just snapped in there in that back part. So it gave me an even thicker, stronger hand grip grabbing it. It took up more of the space. So now I feel like when I hold my weapon, I've got like a death grip on it almost. So I slide that back off. And then they have other ones here as well. I haven't got to mess with these too much. I don't know how these exactly go on there for sure. Okay, that's basically it. It just basically sits on there like that. And they have this dovetail part that comes up here, so you can really sit that weapon inside your hand. You see how now my hand is resting up against that piece back there? So now you can really and you can feel that your hand's really holding on to it nice and tight. Pop that back off. You can go back to your other one if you don't want that sitting up against your hand. Slide it in like that. Now you've got a thicker grip, but you have nothing pressing up against the back of your hand. It doesn't feel like you have as much stability, but it's a nicer, tighter grip if you need it, if that's just something that you prefer. And then back to normal with no extra thickness to it. It's still nice. It's just a nice, easy weapon to work with. So we did go to the range today. I did very, very well with this. Right out the gate, I set the Glock up to 21 meters, and I put 3 rounds center mass right in the center of the head. Didn't have to warm up, didn't have to do anything. It's the first time I shot this Glock. It was just unbelievable how easy it was to shoot. Just bam, 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 all in a nice tight group at 21 meters. I moved it out to like, I think 30 meters, 35 meters, somewhere in there. I forget what the range has, an electronic digital setup where it moves it out for you. And I put 3 in the center, 3 in the center, 3 in the center. Bam, 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 bam. And it was like, wow, never have I shot such an easy weapon to just no practice, no nothing. Just get out there, keep the same sight picture the entire time. And it's just so easy to shoot. The recoil of this thing is, it's got some push to it, but it's not bad. It's very, very, very controllable. it's just amazing how easy they make these Glocks to fire. And it's just another one of the things that they did was they do this beveling of the end right here, so you can put it in and out of your holster quick. So it helps guide it. So if you're going to go push this in your holster, it'll hit the bevel and slide in straight and go into the holster. One of the things that they changed is there used to be a lip right here in between these two. And now they've got it machined real nice and even, so there's no lip there, so it doesn't catch on anything. They got rid of the relief that was right here in the bottom. There used to be like a little finger relief. Trying to get this thing to focus. It's not focusing. There used to be a finger relief right here in the bottom, and they got rid of that. They went back to this full size, all the way down dovetail feel. So when your hand's up against it, you feel like it's all the way, like you've got some support there. They removed the finger serration or the finger guides right here because people were like, well, if I like to open my fingers up when I have it, on the grip, the handle, I don't want to have to be pushed into a preformed position where my fingers are all locked up together, because that's what you chose to put the fingers at. I want that open back up so I can choose how to hold it on my own. So that was a big plus to them taking that back away, getting rid of the little hole right there, because that used to be, they said people would do like quick magazine changes. They would hit the relief button here on the side, it would drop the mag, but that could help them flick with their finger to pull the mag out of there and pull another one quick, get back in and start back to firing. Well, they got to a point where people were saying it's interfering, because when I go back to firing again and I put my hand on the weapon, my pinky is in that hole and it's uncomfortable. It's rubbing against my skin. It's not something that I like. So they went back to the classic style, and that's what people want. So you've got a full-size body with the upgraded slide and stuff, more serrations, more of a dovetailed top finish with no edges and stuff to catch on anything, and you can still put all your your little laser and stuff on it if you want. If you want the flashlight and stuff, the stream light on there, you can do all that, and it's just super easy to use. And it comes with the night sight. That's like $110, $120, $130 add-on for most weapons. You want to be able to see where you shoot in the dark, and you want that there. So overall, I'm very, very impressed. It was $569. Let's put this back in the box and talk about price. Let's talk about what everything cost me to get protection for my family, be able to protect my home and kind of have a little something hobby-wise. When I put this back in here, I grab the front of the Glock and I'll hold it just a hair, just enough to keep this slide right here open in the top. See, there's like a little hole there, and I'll take this cable and I'll feed it back through. Oh, not quite enough. I'll feed the cable through the top of the Glock and I'll bring it back down. I'll set my safety. So now I know that this weapon can't be fired unless I fire it, I don't want a kid getting a hold of it or some random person that I don't know. So I'm going to put my bag back together, and we're going to talk about what I spent for everything again one more time. So this side, to keep all my paperwork in, I take my Glock and I put it next to this single pouch here on the side. It's got some Velcro and stuff. So when I set it down in here, I'll set my Glock in here with the lock side up. And then pull my divider pouch over and let the Velcro seal if I have some kind of barrier. So now my weapon's tucked away behind this Velcro. Now I'll take my box of range ammo. This range ammo, 100 rounds was $30. I bought 2 bags of it. So I spent $60 on 200 rounds. I spent $24.99 on the critical duty hollow point ballistic tip Hornadies, American made. These are, I would only use this in an extreme situation, not a range situation. So we got 60, 85, another $60 for these digital noise canceling ear protection. So that's 145. Hers 15, something like that, 20. So we'll just call it 20. 165. A couple pairs of eye protection. A lot of people have these at work, but these are probably $3 a piece. $171. My cleaning kit was $20. That's 191. One extra magazine, one extra Glock magazine, 17 plus one, $35. So we'll just call that 230. 3 magazines came with the Glock. So these 3 that you see over here, and the other 3, they came with it. They come with 3 mags. And then the price of the Glock. The price of the Glock cost me, with taxes, $615. So let's just call it $250 worth of accessories. Oh, the bag, we forgot the range bag. So that's $275. So $275 worth of accessories and $600 for the gun and all the stuff that came along with it, which was the 3 mags, the cleaning kit, the Glock case with the foam protection, all the paperwork and stuff. So I've got, $900 roughly into all my accessories, my cleaning kit, my ammo, my ear protection, my eye protection, my extra magazine that doesn't come with it. I wanted 4 mags, and my carrying case, which is not a bad deal because I've seen a lot of people in there paying, $500-600 just for a weapon, and it wasn't half of the quality that the Glock is. So, like I said today, I shot an XD3 Springfield, and I really like the way it shot, but I don't like how much take-up was in the trigger. There was just so much take-up in the trigger, I didn't care for it. It didn't feel like the quality, the smoothness of its shooting was what the Glock was. I really appreciate how easy it is to use the Glock. This is Ange today. I'll show you her. She was putting some range on target, or some rounds on target today. Where's it at? Here.
Nice and easy. Aim for the red.
She's never shot one before. I mean, it was her first time, and she was able to use this no problem at all. So, did every round hit? No. It's going to be a work in progress. She's just learning how to do all this, and I'm hoping that I can keep some of my patience and work through it and teach her what I know, and then maybe even get in some classes to learn even more together as a couple. But it was just the ease of it, super easy to use. This was my, remember I told you 3 are just dead on the head, dead on the center of the body, first right out the gate, and that's exactly what it was. Just too easy to use. This one was 21 meters. 2 in the same hole and 1 right next to it. I mean, I put 2 right on top of each other, and then 1 right center mass of where that red. So that was at 21 meters. I didn't think I still had it in me. And this is a little sloppy, but center mass. I went 3, 3, and 3. And you can see here, I've got like 3 down here on the bottom, 3 off to the side, but still kept them at 30 meters, all dead center, not all over the place. Really, really comfortable shooting it, and I could say that I really like it. I'm interested in buying another one, but I don't know. I didn't know that they actually made a Glock 45. It's called the Glock 33 Gap. I think it's an older one, but it's a 45 caliber, and I didn't know they made one, and it's super cheap to buy one. I seen them online for like 315 bucks, but it has those preformed finger positions that I'm not a huge fan of that. So with that being said, you know, that's the end of it. That's the end of the video. I really don't have any other review. If you guys have a chance to go out and look and get something like this, is a phenomenal weapon. This was created for the police. I mean, that's what it was created for. But Glock, I think they've made some kind of pact that if it comes out for the police, they will make a civilian issue as well. I love this. This thing, so smooth, worked absolutely fabulous, and it's just a comfortable piece to have. Well, I'm at the end of it. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. If not, and you're just joining, you have to go back and watch. That's the end of the video. I wish you all well. Have a great evening. Stay safe out there. It's a little crazy right now. And just y'all be blessed. I love you all. Take care. And if you're just now tuning in, you're going to have to go watch the video. I broke it down, shot it. I even put rounds in it and then discharged the rounds to show you how to discharge the rounds if you find out you made a mistake and you need to drop the mag and get the round out of the chamber so you can continue working with the weapon, or just maybe it's a mistake and you need to clear it. So anyhow, that's it, guys. Be blessed.